Yo, what is good, homies, and welcome back to another Rugby League Live 4 West Tigers career rebuild. We're in round number 4 of the regular season, and we're getting ready to take on the Melbourne Storm, who are actually just under us on the ladder. Alright, so we haven't made any changes to the lineup. I think this is the last game of this particular team. I end up throwing a few players that people requested on into the next game, so yeah, your requests are coming. As we take a look at the Storm's season record, we actually both have a similar start to the season, both with 2 wins and 1 loss, with the Storm's most recent win coming against the Broncos, where they beat them 18 points to 14. It was a pretty close game with tries to Josh Adokar, Suliasi Vinovalu, and Dale Finucane, who also picked up man of the match. Alright, so we're back at home at Leichhardt Oval. We have a pretty big mountain to try and climb today in the Melbourne Storm, as we look at their lineup here, and it's just stacked from top to bottom as you'd expect. I can't wait till the transfer window finally opens. We've already got a bunch of players coming in. Apparently it's automatic, so whoever signed off your club for the 2018 season, those changes are actually already made by the game itself, so I'm not too sure who I'm going to try and sign. We've got guys like Ben Matalino coming, Chris McQueen, Josh Reynolds, Mahe Fonua, Russell Packer, and I'm pretty sure even Tane Milne's coming to the club. But in saying that though, we do have guys like James Tedesco and Aaron Woods that will be departing the club at the end of the season. Not too sure who else will be leaving, mainly because I don't really follow the Tigers in real life. It's funny because whoever I play as in career mode, I actually end up watching their games in real life, as well as watching the Broncos games. As Selmanu Fangai picks up an interception here, the AI sets up an inside ball as we give it to Tedesco, and beautiful footwork on Bromwich, and we're just going to cut outside Billy Slater at the back. A little cheesy at the end to finish, but it was a beautiful try nonetheless as we take another look at the replay. So right off the bat, off the turnover, we set up for an inside ball that puts Kenny Bromwich up against James Tedesco, and 9 times out of 10 he'd step around him just as he did right here. I'm still not too sure who I want to put at fullback to replace Tedesco. Such a big loss to the club. I think with Reynolds coming, I might give Tui a crack at the back, or I might just chuck Reynolds in at hooker. I don't know, we'll see what happens when we get there. As we jump back into the game, Finucane with the run, fends one off, then gets ankle tapped on the 50. As Smith goes on a cheeky little scoot from dummy half, tries to catch us off guard, fends off Tedesco. We've got players diving left and right, trying to pull him down. Munster in at dummy half this time, throws one dummy left, throws another dummy right, then he gets the offload away to Finucane to score the try. What a run from dummy half by Munster, and what a play by the AI in general. You barely ever see them throwing dummies, and just check this out. A nice dummy to the left. We actually took the bait on the dummy to the left. Wasn't expecting a second, and a nice offload to Finucane to finish it off. All around, just a great try by the AI, as Munster converts his try, and he's going to tie the game up. So we've got quite the game on our hands. I guess we were a little lucky to get the interception in the first few minutes, as Tedesco goes on a nice little run. Tackle just outside our 20. As we go to Taylor, links up with Brooks, beautiful outside ball, but it's going to be Naingama who gets tackled and pushed backwards. On the 4th, inside the 20, we go to Brooks, out the back, as we get it out to Sue here, makes the break, and we almost make it to the line, but it's a nice try saver by Billy Slater. 5th and last, we've got an opportunity to score here, on their 10, as we go deep, Tui with an up and under, and it's not quite deep as we want it. We do make the catch, but we're going to get wrapped up about 5 out. So as usual, we're showing some good signs in attack, but we can't quite execute on the last. As we transition to the 35th minute, returning the ball with Nofo Oluma. So fresh tackle here. As we make a few changes, we go to Little, and he's just going to take the ball up. Back on the 3rd here, as we go to Taylor, bumps off one, and he's going to get cleaned up at the back by Slater, who's been pretty solid in defense as you'd expect. 4th tackle, we go to Lolo here, and we try and take the field goal before halftime. Not that bad of a strike, it fades away to the right as we take another look here. Still getting used to the goal kicking, or the timing of the goal kicking. Even the grubbers I can't quite time right. As we take a look at the halftime stats here, it's been a super close game. I actually wasn't expecting it to be this close. Although it's low scoring, there's been plenty of action, plenty of close calls by both teams. Alright, back in the second half. We are on our 30 as we get a little here, passes to Little, and he's going to get wrapped up. Still pretty much on our 30. First tackle here. As we go to Grant, back inside to Tedesco, beautiful footwork once again on display, and beautiful defense by Slater to wrap him up. On their 40 here, as we get a little here, cut up ball to Grant, back inside to Little, beautiful ball. Man, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but our attack up the field has been pretty decent, pretty fluid. As we try and give it to Lawrence, who gets his legs pumping towards their 20. Fourth tackle, and it all unravels on the fourth. A terrible mistake as we hand it over to the Melbourne Storm. It's the first tackle for Melbourne. As they go short, Cooper Cronk, another pass to Finucane, and another break by the Storm as they get wrapped up just outside our 20. Second tackle here. A terrible error right in front of the posts. It's going to be an easy 2 points for Melbourne. As he takes the shot here, and he's going to get the 2 points, putting Melbourne up by 2. Alright, as we transition to the 68th minute, we've got Smith at dummy half, or Munster at dummy half, gives it to Cronk to clear the kick, or clear the ball. We're going to return it here with Rankin, who actually sidesteps someone, and he's going to get pulled down inside our 30. First tackle, we go to Little once again, who makes a few meters. Second here, we go to Brooks, throws the wide ball out to Nofo Oluma, beautiful footwork to get past one defender, and he's going to get pulled down by Billy Slater from behind. Third tackle, out from dummy half, a beautiful chip and chase by Naingama. That would have been an epic try there. Another decent set, and we find ourselves just outside the attacking zone. As we pass to Lolo here, out the back to Grant. Grant to Sully, throws a dummy, tries to get around his opposite, and once again on the fourth tackle we're going to turn the ball over. That pretty much sums up this round. A disappointing loss. I felt like the game was ours for the taking, but silly errors and penalties just caused the game to slip through our fingers. It ultimately snaps our little 2-game win streak that we had going on as we collect our second L of the season. Melbourne Storm was more composed and more disciplined. As we look at the full-time stats here, Dale Finucane is going to be the man of the match for a second week in a row. As always, ankle tap that like button for more content. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.
On the water squad.